Yeah, I mean, how that aligns with the decision is difficult to understand. I think I said that yesterday. From a development perspective, I want and need the team to be playing in front of supporters. But of course, that's not the point in this instance. So I'm torn on what we actually got from that, and actually what the reality should have been. So yeah, I think that needs some consideration without a doubt. In actual fact, the atmosphere when we arrived at the stadium, there were kids lining the streets. It was really friendly. They were waving when we were walking out to warm up. But I thought there were sort of pantomime boos when our team came out to warm up. That was different with the taking of the knee, but that felt like inherited thinking to me. And what I would say is I hear that still in our stadiums as well. So that's why we do it. That's why we continue to take that stand, and we will keep doing that as a team. Well, I think we knew it was going to be a very difficult game. We've had difficult games with them, with Hungary, as other big nations have had. They're very difficult to break down, and we probably lacked a half yard, I would say, in terms of our real incisiveness. I think that was more the heat than the length of the season. The other factor is that we haven't played together for 3 months, but we've had 2 games in 6 months, and across these 4 games, we're trying to balance having a look at things, finding out about players, and trying to win. And maybe I didn't quite get the balance of that right today, but we learned a lot from it. And I have to accept that sometimes you're not going to win matches, and you've got to ride the criticism that comes with it for the learning that should help us further down the line. But we are disappointed because, of course, if we're going to be a team that gets to the final stages of a World Cup, then these are the types of games that we have to win. Very surprised, but I think that that's why we do it. We do it to try to educate, and I think why young people can only be influenced by older people. So I think it's one of those that. On a day like today, when we haven't played well enough and we haven't won the game, then it's probably better for me to accept the criticism that comes with that and talk about that more. But I totally understand the question. But I think for today, I should just talk more about the football. Yeah, I think there were two parts to that. One is that Hungary dropped a lot of players low, which drags you out of the areas that you perhaps want to be in midfield, and they used the ball well. We pressed very well on a number of occasions and won the ball high up the pitch, and either got throw-ins or a couple of half chances that came from that. And there were a couple of times where we just didn't have those distances right. And we went and they played through us, and then they had counter-attacks. We also turned over possession a couple of times cheaply in the middle of the field, which led to a couple of counter-attacks as well. So, I think the game on the balance of play is a draw. It's a harsh decision, but I knew when it was given it wouldn't be overturned on the penalty. But we didn't create enough clear chances to deserve to win the game. Yeah. Look, again, I think I don't want to sit and criticise referees, because I don't think that's a route we should be going. It doesn't gain anything, and I think when you've lost, it sounds sour. So I think the evidence is there for everybody to see the challenge. But I've got to focus on the other parts of the game that we were in control of, and that we've got to learn from and get better at.